to the BigZo podcast. I am he is me. I want to welcome to you to episode 10. I got a special guest, man, brother from another mother, my cousin. But we like brothers, my cousin Leon. He gonna be kicking it with me for a few minutes, man. What's going on with you?
What's happening, man?
Not a thing, man.
Also, I got I do my thing on this microphone as well, so I go by Mr. Big. So this is BigZo. So I'm gonna try not to call him by my childhood nickname for him on this microphone. Like we gonna try and keep it somewhat professional, but for today's purposes, I'm little cousin Lil Leon. What's happening?
Nah, man, you ain't have to call me Lonnie, dog. They know.
They know what it is?
For the most part.
Okay.
For the most part,
Okay. Bet it up.
it's actually, you know how you say stuff when people hear it, they try to use it.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
this cat from the hood started working at my job.
Oh.
And when I saw him, he was like, "Man, what's up, Lonnie?" And then a couple of cats heard it, and it kind of, I try not to let it stick, but you know how we do, all the spite.
So hold on. Time out. So do you have like a position at this job? Because if you was like the supervisor, then it would have been something.
Not at all.
Then you would have had to, not in front of the help.
No, not at all. It was just, it caught me off guard. So then, you know how we do. We always got to be funny. So I tried to diffuse it, but it didn't work. But it's all good.
That money.
That was all right. We're good. All right. So anyway, man, what's been going on, man? How you been holding up during these 2020, should I say? Because the whole 2020 just been a wreck.
Rough, bro. It's been rough, but we've been making the best out of a bad situation. So, just trying to stay busy and positive and focused, because it's so much shit going on, like both ways. Like, we had, of course, we got a pandemic going on, so we don't know how to act. Literally all we had to do, you had one job. Like, literally you only had one job. All the fuck you had to do is stay home. Just stay home. That's it. Just stay home and stay away from people. But Americans / Afro-Americans / niggas said, no, fuck that. And Atlanta is open right now. Like, Atlanta is open. Like, you go to Atlanta right now, they ain't wearing masks. They ain't strip clubs.
I think Houston popping too like
that.
that.
Houston popping like that too. Like, it's just places like that. You see that's going on. You had the political stuff going on, and folks too happy and folks too mad, and people was losing relationships over this voting stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
people was for sure like
friendships was definitely tested.
Yeah.
You got to see who is who.
Oh yeah, for sure. And what it is like for me, because I went to school with a couple of good white people, like I like to call them, and usually like they hide it well. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey bro, and they all cool, and when they see you, they dap you up, and they know the handshakes, and they listen to the music, and then this season comes around, and it's I'm trying to protect my interests, so I gotta vote for President Trump. Wait, what? Who? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like, they kind of switched it on us. So a couple of them kind of showed their true colors, and you had to kind of, you know what I'm saying? You had to make some decisions in your life, like whether you could support that or not. Literally, the black community turned on Ice Cube. Like, turned on Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we turn on Ice Cube?
You know what? I can't even say.
Turn on Cube.
I can't even say the community, man. I'm gonna say a few because I still rock with Cube.
For sure.
I refuse.
For sure. Like
to get on this wagon and not mess with O'Shea Jackson, brother. Because
man, we had to
his record speak for itself. Dog.
Oh, for sure.
So,
we actually had to do a podcast on that, just to defend Ice Cube, because you had people like, you sell out. I was like, Ice Cube? Like,
nah.
Cube?
Never.
Black Korea Cube? Like, I want to kill Sam? Like, that was kind of rough.
And you know who it is though? It's the people who don't know his pedigree.
True.
So you will see them like in the comments or whatever. They have no idea about his history.
Oh, true. Yeah,
so all they taking is this one thing, or they'll see like the guy from Are We There Yet?
Yeah.
But they don't know before Hollywood how he used to give it up. And he still give it up like that. It's just, when you get older, you move a little bit more mature and a little bit more strategic, but man, I wasn't I wasn't canceling nothing because I'm sure what he was trying to do or what he's trying to do, it just wasn't. We didn't receive it correctly.
True,
but that's what happens when the media put all their little spin on it.
Because honestly, what he was doing is how you're supposed to play politics, which is crazy. Like what you're supposed to do in politics is you're supposed to get something for your vote. Like you're supposed to get something out the deal. So what he did was he said, look, here's the deal. Republicans, Democrats, whoever fuck with me, I'm gonna talk to. Whoever. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? Come talk to me, and once you come talk to me, then I'm gonna make a decision on which way I lean. You know who else does that? Asians, Jewish community, like every other community does that, but ours.
Right.
So we come out 95 to 97% for the Democratic Party with no promises. Like with hey, we're gonna get you a swing in the park. Like we don't promise you shit. We just come out and we just vote. Like we just vote Democrat and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And so what Q was trying to say was, look, y'all, just ask for something. Maybe a couple few things.
It's all right.
Well, yeah, when you looked at the 13 things he was asking for, like nobody could disagree with that. Like he was talking prison reform. He was literally, I saw an online podcast, and it was a group of young ladies, and they attacked him, and they said, "Well, no, you didn't say black women in the 13 things that you said." And then Q, he was calm about it. He was like, "But I said black people," and I thought,
oh, he addressed it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No. That's the one thing I appreciate about Q. Like he actually went everywhere and talked to everybody.
Okay.
And was defending himself, and he was addressing it with them, like, hey, like I said black people, like I didn't say black men either. Like I just said black people, and they was on his bumper. They was like, but you didn't say black women, and black women have different concerns, and that's what I'm talking about with that patriarch shit. And he was like, hey, whoa, hey, all right. I was trying to help everybday.
Hey,
like,
man, it is a nasty
it's a
time,
disgusting time, sir.
You can't say you can't say anything,
disgusting
man.
Time, sir.
You can't say anything without somebody being rubbed the wrong way. I just saw this morning that you seen Kevin Hart new stand up. Apparently he's getting backlash for the joke he had when he
about
was
his daughter.
Yes, man.
Which was hilarious, by the way. It was one of the funniest. It was one of the funnier moments of the stand up. The stand up was probably a B-C for me because I'm low key a comedy buff. But it was, I mean, if you know comedy and you know offensive comedy, that wasn't even like in the sphere of like offensive. Like
that's light work.
Like
super light. You see comedians talk about their kids all the time, and they go way harder,
man,
than my daughter was displaying whole activity.
Just whole activity. Not she was, she was a whore.
Not she was out doing it. Yeah. Just displayed it, which we all displayed whole activity at some point.
Of course. Like your whole face gonna be your happiest phase. Nugget. I'm here for it.
But I'm just waiting on Kevin Hart to just stop explaining himself, dog, because he can't please everybody, man.
He can't. He actually got to the place where most black people don't get to be, and when we do get there, we don't know how to handle it. So he got to the place to where he's so popular that his fame is attached to his popularity. So usually our fame is attached to our talent. You know what I'm saying? Like usually you're really Prince was really talented. Mm-hmm. Prince was really gifted. Michael Jackson was really gifted and became famous because they were really gifted. Now it's fame attached to talent, so you have to keep the fame to keep the money going. So anything that he says, he makes a gay joke. Gay people are offended. Gay mafia on your ass. Like it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? The kind of guy that I look at and, of course, idolize now and love is Dave Chappelle, because Dave Chappelle has just taken the counterculture route of, look, I'm going to offend you. I'm going to do it in a way that's brilliant, but I'm going to offend you, and you just got to deal with it.
Yo, I was just saying that, man. Like, to me, he is where he is comedically. Mm-hmm. And mentally, I think a lot of comedians strive to be, because he's performing with the freedom that I haven't seen in a long time. Like, because you can't cancel him. They tried it.
Yep.
But he he says what he said what he want, like you said. Like he's probably one of the best storytellers
ever,
to ever do it,
ever.
And
Like,
he captures you, man. Like I could listen to dude talk like forever. Like you seen The Unforgiven?
Of course.
Okay. When he was talking about one subject for 16 minutes, man, and it was just you don't even trip off of that.
Right.
You don't even trip off of that. And when he said that joke on SNL when he hosted a few weeks ago about how his granddad or his great granddad or something probably looking at him, he wondered what his granddad would say about him today. And he was like, "This nigga done been bought and sold more than I have."
Yeah, facts. Facts.
It's hard, but yo, it's hilarious, dog.
It's real.
And come to find out, it's a little truth to every joke, man. Because when he said that on SNL, I was just like, "Yo, that was funny and brilliant." But come to find out, it's layers to it. And you know, the fact that he's not receiving any money for Chappelle's show is just awful, dog. It's awful.
What he explained and what he was able to articulate was for a lot of content creators that is going to be the fight moving forward. Is that you create it, you then sell it or you monetize it with whomever, and then once you monetize it, then they own it and they own you. Like literally, the likeness of Dave Chappelle is owned by Comedy Central. So he said in that special, he was like, I can go make another Chappelle show. Like I can go make another season right now. I got the material. I can't. I don't own my name. I don't own Dave Chappelle. I can't call it the Dave Chappelle Show. Think about that. That is your given name. No, real name. No, no gimmicks. That's my real name.
You're born.
I can't tell people that's my real name and use it in a comedic purpose because I signed a contract with y'all and somebody's okay with it. Like it's cool. Yeah. Like we just not gonna. But shout out to Netflix for at least 100%. Having a conversation and saying, "Oh, a conscience." Man, oh man, I didn't know that was fucked up. Like let's hear. Our bad.
That's how you feel about it.
Yeah,
we'll wipe it clean.
We good
because they stand to make. But that's good business though.
Great business
because you don't understand how grateful Chappelle is for that. So you guys may have just locked yourself in for some exclusive
because he
work for years to come.
Because he can call it DP. I mean the DC show, and start to create seasons off of that. Do a deal exclusively with Netflix, and bada bing, bada boom, everybody gets paid. But what Dave Chappelle brought up in this special, anybody who raps, sings, comedy, podcast, I don't care what you do from a creative space, should have been listening and paying attention because what he was talking about was standard practice. It's standard practice up until this point. You feel what I'm saying? Like to this point, it's you sign your first deal. Here's the lube. We gonna fuck you. You gonna get famous, and then your second deal is where you gonna get your money.
Yeah,
you're not gonna get your money off this first deal. We get paid first. We first in, first out. So we gonna get paid first. You gotta take it. And then after you take it, then here we go. And it's, again, standard practice, unfortunately, for entertainment. And Dave just was like, nah, it don't make common sense. It don't make common sense that you own me. Like, it's just, it doesn't make common sense that you own me and I created this. I created all of this content, all of this funny, all of these things that bring you all of this money. And then when he said, like, to rap it, then when he said, go down to the accounting department and look at what you made off me.
Man.
And then look at what you paid me. And then just pay me that's it.
Yeah.
Just look at those two. Look at those two numbers, and if those two numbers jive, then we good. If they don't jive, pay me.
But
like crazy.
But Netflix having that moment of not being greedy has really set them up in a good position, man, because that's just good business. And don't think that nobody else sees that.
Oh no. Adjustments are gonna have to be made now.
So
moving forward, which I'm for, salute in it for the fight of it. That's dope. Like those adjustments need to be made because again, it's a bunch of people that are running around here that have created genius work and are broke.
Absolutely. But it's just like going to like you could take it to the college level.
Okay.
You see these kids, man.
Talk about
the college NCAA making all this bread off these cats' likeness, off their athleticism, and they can't get no money for a jersey being sold or anything, a T-shirt or whatever. But yet, if they capitalize off of it that are not within their rules, then they basically can lose everything in a sense.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
No. Check, fam. Lose the opportunity to actually go make money.
Bruh.
How ignorant is you can't make money. And if you make money, then we're gonna take away the opportunity for you to go make money.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna make we're gonna make you ineligible, so then you can't get on the field, so then the scouts can't see you, and then you can't go live out your dream. And what's the hypocrisy of that is too big ass just come on, y'all. Some of if you look, Google it right now, worth a Google. Google the highest paid state employee, state by state. 9 times out of 10 in the top 5 is going to be a college coach. Because the college coach is a state employee. So 9 times out of 10 is going to be a college coach. So you paying a college coach millions of dollars. We have no problem with that, right? We have no problem paying because he's coaching and he's an adult. And then the second hypocrisy of this is they have a thing in college called work study. So where you work a job and you study. What job are you working harder than lifting weights, running, all the things that you have to put your body through?
That's a job,
and we pay you nothing.
That's a job,
but a free. And then we throw it in your face of no, but you got free education. Well, so is Sally that played the clarinet real well.
Everybody do.
Yeah, like she got the same scholarship I got, except for I got to work a lot harder for my scholarship.
And under stricter guidelines. And
we know what that is, like, because it's certain sports. Because in certain sports we care about them making money, and then in certain sports we don't give a shit. Like baseball, you can go, you know what I'm saying, straight to the pros. There's no, you know what I'm saying, there's no hassle, no fuss, no must. You know, tennis, you can become a pro at 14, 15 years old. But basketball, let you make a couple hours. We got to come talk to you. You know, football, let you get your jersey signed, or you sign some cleats and try and get paid off of it. Like that's an issue. Like it's hypocrisy, it's bullshit. I'm just glad that a lot of that stuff is coming to the forefront, and we having these conversations, and people are just getting a lot smarter about this shit. Because before, we was just taking it. Like we was just, you know, it's the way it is, and it was like, come on, bro, it ain't gotta be like this. Yeah. Like somebody can step up and say something, and we can change it. Like we can actually change the way this shit is done. But again, it was so many people getting rich off of it. Why would you? Yeah. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. If it ain't broke to them, then why?
Yeah, it ain't broke. Been broke to us.
Yeah. Since the beginning.
Yeah, been broke to us.
It works fine for everybody else. So what we looking at it for? Ain't no need to look at it.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I saw that a couple of college number 1 guys have decided to go to a HBCU.
Love it.
Which I think that if they follow suit, if the other guys see them and follow suit, the way the landscape would change, man, would be monumental. Like it wouldn't be nothing that they could do about it if we just took all our talented kids from whatever area and sent them to HBCUs.
Yeah.
It would be it would be so much of an uproar that they would have no choice but to
all the rules gonna change.
Change the rules, man.
The rules gonna change.
It wouldn't be
months.
No hesitation.
Within months.
No hesitation.
Because what it'll create is what we already have. We already know, if you're local, one of the best high schools of all time as far as basketball and whatnot nationwide is Vashon High School. So Vashon High School produces D1 athletes all day long. It's in, a not so nice neighborhood. But when they play somebody from out of town, or they play, one of these private schools, the gym is standing room only. So everybody is brought to that area, and guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna buy hot dogs. You're gonna buy soda. You're gonna pay. You're gonna go to the local businesses around in that area, because why? You're down in that area. So if I need to stop somewhere, I'm gonna stop from gas in that area.
Right.
So what it does is it brings money to the area. So what would happen in the HBCU space is that I think Mikey Williams, which is the #1 prospect, I want to say, I think he's a junior this year. He played with LeBron's AAU team. Kid is like, he's out of here. Like, he's crazy. He was the one that was talking about going to a HBCU. You get a talent like that at Howard. You know, I'm just throwing out one. Everybody's at Howard. Every pro scout's at Howard. So that means all of these, white folks that want to go see him play, guess what they're going? They got to go to Howard's gym to see him play a home game. So that's going to bring revenue to Howard. Absolutely. So that's going to change the revenue stream because, again, the reason why all these big shoe contracts and all these folks go after these athletes the way that they do at North Carolina and Duke and Georgetown and so on and so forth is because they take the best hood kids from the local, you know what I'm saying? They take the best hood kids and they send them to these D1 institutions, and then it draws all this attention to them. Now, you shift that to the HBCUs and you actually put money in people's pockets. Yep. Because it's us. And anytime we do us, anytime culturally we take it back, they always come to see us. It's just we don't take it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll come to, when they want to get the best barbecue, they know where to go. You understand what I'm saying? It's just we don't make them come. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And anywhere else, that's the rule. The rule is, I produce what I produce, and you got to come see me. The Jewish community has certain things that they produce at a high level. We know the Asian or Chinese culture has things that they produce at a high level. And guess what? You got to go to those areas to get that type of food or to get those type of services. Mm-hmm. Same thing needs to apply for black folks, especially HBCU, especially when it comes to entertainment and sports, which we dominate. We done had some of the best basketball players, period, bar none, high school and college in this local area. And if they'll come down, John Calipari was at a game last year. Jason Tatum came back. So when Jason Tatum came back, when they was playing CBC, of course it was packed. They had a VIP section at Vashon, which is nuts. If you think about where Vashon is, okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the type of kind of attention we can bring to it, but we just gotta, that's why I said I love it, man. Like, I love what those kids are doing and thinking about doing. It's really gonna set the system on its ear. Absolutely. We're able to kind of flip that and start to realize our worth and say, look, we gonna support ourselves, and you're gonna have to come see. You want to come see me? The Lakers or the Cavaliers or hopefully the Clippers. God, need help.
It's over.
What? It's not over, sir.
It's over.
It's not over. Sir.
Y'all finna lose Lemon Pepper Lou.
Probably. It was time.
Harold gone. George is what?
Point shaving P. Point shaving P. Hey, P had some debts he had to settle.
I'm not even.
All right, so he settled those debts. I think he's gonna be okay. And then the silent cyborg is pissing me off too. So yeah, it's a bad time. I'm a Clippers fan, by the way. Folks. Yeah, so it's hard time hustling out here. We need a point going. We got Serge Ibaka. Yay.
No, sir.
That's not enough.
No.
Okay.
No. I'll be honest with you. Clay getting hurt again kept y'all at number 2.
Yeah, we'll take it.
But
however we can get it, baby. What you mean?
But wrestling.
Okay.
Wrestling fan, man.
Yeah, of course.
Undertaker retired after 30 years.
Yeah, man.
Where you put him at? Where you got him at?
I got him top. I definitely got him top. I definitely got him top 5.
Absolutely.
I definitely got him top 5. It's gonna be really hard because I come from a different generation. We come from a different generation of wrestling, so it's gonna be really hard to beat some of the, the Ultimate Warriors and the Hulk Hogan's and Stone Cold snuck up there, The Rock snuck up there. Like those folks that was just like any event that they had was incredible. Hey. But the Undertaker, man, was just, the dead was like he brought a performance to the ring that I hadn't seen. I was a little terrified by when he came out. I think it was 10-11 for me. So I was a little scared of the
I'm
Undertaker.
gonna be honest with
I
you.
thought it was low key real. Like
it was before, like before we found out it was, semi theatrical.
yeah,
I remember. I don't know how long he had been out, but Ultimate Warrior was like my favorite dude.
right. Of course.
I remember Undertaker and what's my man used to come out with him, the little short fat dude.
Yeah.
Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
they
shake your
did
voice.
their little show, and I remember Undertaker sneaking up from behind the Ultimate Warrior, busting him up, and they put him in the coffin and locked it.
Yeah.
Now I don't know wrestling is.
Right.
It's 100%
Right.
real to me.
Right. We
Bruh,
yeah.
when I say I was crying, I'm like, Ultimate Warrior finna die. I was crying, dog. I wish I could remember like how old I was, but I had to be about
You had to be a little bit
11,
older, right? You had to be a
12
little
maybe,
bit older than me, bro.
yo.
Like it wasn't that because again, remember, like this was a time when you wrestling. You would wrestle in the backyard, and you would be your favorite wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody would pick
Or
their
the
favorite
sleepover.
wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would pick their favorite one, and that's who you are. And we jumping off shit we ain't had no business jumping off of. In our particular case, it was a church next door to us, and it was a lawn like a lawn, and it was like this little 6 foot, 7 foot thing you can jump off of. We was wrestling on that lawn, and we were jumping off that 6 foot, calling it the top rope.
Yo,
Jimmy Fly Snooker this thing, and we was getting it in. So the Undertaker came and changed the
I
game.
cried, dog.
bro.
I cried.
Changed the game. Bro.
I cried, and I don't think I watched wrestling for like a little bit, and then I think I flipped it on there one day, and Ultimate Warrior was on there. I was like, oh, he's all right, but yo, I didn't. He almost turned me off from wrestling, man. Like, dude was like really scary, man. I used to love the Undertaker.
Now this was before he went Harley Davidson. Like this was when he was really the dead man.
Yeah,
He
this
was
is
eyes in the back of his head. The nigga didn't say a whole lot.
They had him real pale. You couldn't see his eyes, or
it was something else.
Yeah, but yeah, I got him. He got to be in my top 5,
Oh yeah, for sure. Gotta be
hands down.
performances.
But 30,
held every belt you can hold.
30 years of that, bro.
30 years, bro. 30. Wouldn't have thought it. Wouldn't have thunk it. Wouldn't have thunk it was
And
that
that's-
long of the Undertaker. But it lets you know the time is moving on, man.
That's a
Like
long time to be taking a beating too.
yeah, man. Because these cats, day in and day out on the road, 200 some odd days, performances, like that's nuts. That's nuts to do that.
Who you got? I think I know the answer. But who you got with the Roy Jones and Tyson fight?
Man,
Be respectful.
prayers for Roy Jones Jr. If he's out there, just keep him lifting in prayer. Is all I say.
Hey man, I'll be honest with you.
Roy, man, like I think I posted 2 videos on my social media, just kind of concerns, just concerned on what's gonna happen. Look, man, Mike is Mike at the end of the day, and Mike has a screw loose, and that motherfucker is missing.
See, everybody think Mike has healed, and
he's not. He still has that look in his eye. I felt so scared for Bootsy during that interview. It was so uncomfortable because he wanted to say something, but he knew if he would have,
hey, but this
Mike would have came across the table.
But that's G though.
Yeah,
I give Boosie credit for that though. That's G
that
because
is.
this ain't the time though.
This ain't the time, sir.
You got to know.
This ain't the time.
You have to know when and when not to, and this was not the time.
Not the time.
But the way he did it, I respect it though.
Nah, for sure.
Because if you think about it, he stood on, like, he didn't change up what he said.
Nah.
He stood on what he said, and he
but-
believed in it. But
Tyson
it was
just pressed him, and again,
it's a
Mike
tone.
Tyson.
It's a tone. It's a tone.
Mike Tyson is still like Jamie Foxx once said. He said Mike Tyson like a
Pit bull.
pit without the leash, and you just run around. Is that your pit?
Hey.
Is that your pit? Like you just don't know what he's gonna do. I've seen them both working out. I've seen them both hitting the bag. I know we ain't supposed to go off of that, but one of our favorite movies growing up was what? The Great White Hype.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember when Grim Reaper Roper came in and he was just out of shape, and they was like, "This boy been eating chitlins." Like that's how I felt about Roy when he came to the weight.
Have you been watching his training though?
Yeah, man. It don't look right.
Hey,
It don't look right. Like it don't look the way that you're supposed to look if you are going into. Mike Tyson looks like he's been training.
I actually hate that this fight is happening because I love both of them
I do.
equally, man.
I do.
So I hate that this is happening.
I do.
But because Mike is Mike.
Mike
And you know, Roy is Roy, man. But I'm gonna be honest with you.
And Roy done took some like that's the other thing nobody's talking about. Roy done took some up to this point. Like Roy done went to Korea, got knocked out. He didn't went.
I mean, he took some.
He didn't went to a couple local bars and got his chin took from him. Like it's.
I mean, but in fairness to him though, all the Roy losses and all the Tyson losses have been by knockout.
True.
Now, granted, one was heavyweight, one was in the lighter division.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know why I'm giving Roy a shot, man. I think
because it's your heart. It's your heart, not your head.
I think he gonna stay away.
It's your heart, not your head.
If Mike don't get him early, I think it works out in Roy's favor, man. I think Roy is built for the endurance side. Mike is built for the
not no more.
Let's go home.
Not no more.
I mean,
man, we saw Roy doing road work, and I was just like, man, that's 51, huh? Shit. Oh God, we all gonna get there and get old. Tyson looked like, man, still look like a killer, hitting the back. Like the dude that's doing the bad work with Tyson is like ducking and dodging. Like, come on, man, come on, man.
He
come
100%.
Man,
he 100% wears a diaper doing those training sessions because there's no way you getting in that ring and this dude is 2 inches, 2 centimeters from your face, and you can feel the wind from these hooks, bro. There's no way my man is not like drops of pee is not coming out
like a motherfucker.
Yeah. But I swear I hate that this fight is happening. But
I'm gonna watch it because I'm with the bullshit.
I'm not even gonna watch it.
I'm here for it. Like I'm here for it. Like I'm always here for the nonsense. And that's one of my toxic traits is that I will speak against it, but I can't turn away. So I don't want this fight to happen. I think Roy's gonna get hurt, but I also think that I want to see him get hurt, and I'm wrong for that. Like I'm going there, like it's a special place in hell for me, and I get it, and I'm gonna be there with air conditioning on. Like I'm cool with it, cause I gotta see like when he hit him like 4 or 5 times, and because you can't knock him out. Like it's all these type of rules. You ain't supposed to knock him out.
I thought they changed it. I thought they said that you can go for the knockout, and they said something else. But I could be wrong. But I just read that like yesterday or the day before yesterday or something.
Let me be real with you though. I don't think Tyson getting fucked. Like I don't think Tyson. Like they could have said you can only use your right hand. Tyson gonna go in there and do whatever the fuck I feel like doing.
But see,
and ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it.
He only got one mode.
He only got one mode.
And see, that's why I don't want this to happen, dog. Because
he only got one speed, bro. Like he doesn't have a halfway or hey, we just gonna touch him up.
Like I don't want to see this, dog. And I seen the little uncle face off and all that.
The uncle face off.
I don't want to. I really don't want this to happen, man. Like for real. Like he gonna die. He gonna die
badly.
But I hope he do alright.
I'm so here for it. Like I'm so here for it.
Got a nice little undercard too, but man,
who the undercard? Who
like Badu Jack and like a couple other cats. It's a cat on there. I don't know if it's Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson fighting Paul, the white boy that
who is Jake?
The white boy Paul Jake or something like. So he's a YouTuber.
Could be wrong, but the dude on the flight looked like Nate Robinson. But
it is.
Okay, I didn't know Nate Robinson was boxing.
He's not. That's the point. He's not a boxer. He trained for this fight. This YouTube cat just be calling out people and getting beat up. Like it's just.
So that's his claim to fame. He'll take a whooping.
No, he be thinking he gonna win though, cause he played a tough guy in a couple movies. And he trains boxing, so he thinks that, I train boxing so I can actually fight.
You don't play boxing, bro.
You don't play boxing, bro. Like you don't. And it's totally different between being in the ring and being in the fight and understanding how to hold your own in the fight and being able to hit some pads real well. and I don't think he gets that. But he's about to get it again because Nate Robinson, not for nothing, is an athlete.
Oh, for sure.
Football.
For sure.
Like he was
and like I said,
all state, all world in football. Of course, played in the league for 10 years, and now he kind of switched and said, "Hey, I want to box," and I believe him. So he probably gonna touch that kid up a little bit. And I got my giggles ready. I'm here to laugh. I'm here to laugh, bro.
Oh man, I don't want to see that. But I know I'm thinking about staying off social media today too, because I know you and everybody else is.
You're correct, sir.
Man,
that is a fact. That is a.
I don't want to see that, man.
That is a factoid. I will be.
It is what it is.
The minute things go wrong, I got these jokes and these memes loaded, ready to go.
I'm here for all of it.
Pow, pow.
But,
I'm shooting all of them.
Yo, so it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. But I'm here for it. I'm gonna take a nap.
It's been an ugly year, man. Why not?
So speaking of ugly year, what has 2020 for you? What have you learned doing this or discovered about yourself during this pandemic?
All right, we'll go one good, one bad. So, one good thing that I've learned throughout this pandemic is that when I get alone or when I get to be by myself, I'm actually more productive. Like, I'm a extrovert. Like, I'm extroverted, but I'm also an introvert at heart. Like, I like my privacy. I like my alone time. I like to just be on the couch, me, myself, and I was working on my credit. I was doing some positive shit. Like, I was working on the podcast. I was working on my credit. I lost a little weight. Like, I've been doing some things. Did a couple detox diets. Caught up on some shows. Like, I've been pretty productive. Had 2 jobs at one point in time. Literally working from home. I would log into one. I log into the other. I log into the other. Hey, shout out to y'all. Because y'all didn't know about each other. So hopefully nobody's listening from those organizations. But, had 2 jobs for a minute. Like, I was doing some things. And then the negative is, I don't like people. Like, I don't like people in the majority sense. Like,
as a whole.
As a unit.
Yeah.
Like, people are fucking terrible. Like, they're terrible creatures. And when you get to watch them, like, this pandemic has just exposed a bunch of terribleness, from the political climate to us having to march about the same shit and people actually arguing about, had he followed the instructions, and like having those debates, having the debates on wearing a mask and not wearing, like the shit we were actually at odds about was ridiculous. Yeah. Like, it wasn't even like, this ain't it, like, we shouldn't be having these conversations. Like, some of this shit is like, okay, just follow instructions so we can do what we need to do. But people being horrible, like, you just saw some of the terribleness. And not only that, you saw children versus parents, you saw women versus men, you saw just a bunch of different dynamics during this pandemic that was just like, damn, like, I didn't know you felt like that about other people. Like, it just kind of came out, and it was ugly. And I'm always a cultural critic and kind of a watcher, so I was like, sit back and I just kind of turn my head back and forth and kind of watch the melee. I told you, because I like, I don't like drama in my life, but I like to watch it. So when you watching all the shit unfold,
you're a fan of it.
I'm a fan of it, and I'm a little instigator, so I'm gonna throw some little fire in.
100%.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that.
100%. You gonna
let them talk?
You gonna let that go?
Yeah, you gonna let that go? I wouldn't let that go.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me is the greatest instigator line in the world.
Yeah, that'd definitely take the situation from from 0 to 10 real quick.
Yeah.
Because couldn't be me is probably the #1 ego poker.
Yeah. Just get you.
Because basically what you're saying is they got the right one with you, but it could not have been me. So they knew what they was doing with you.
With you.
But me, nah, couldn't be me. Now you got to redeem yourself.
And then it's the step forward, and you really play the Jedi mind trick when you know what I'm saying. Maybe you just like that. You know, maybe you like people talking to you crazy and disrespecting you. But I wasn't raised like that, so I don't know how that feels. It's the ultimate, like,
it's,
just
it's so
you know
many
what I'm saying?
ways, so many ways you can sprinkle gas on the fire, bruh. And I'm here for all of it.
Yeah, and it's a lot of gaslighting going on. I didn't even know what that word meant, but it's a lot of gaslighting going on, and people just definitely throw stones and hide their hands around this motherfucker. Just,
Yeah,
and then run like it's been a bunch of that. So that's kind of like been a lesson on that, bro. Like just learning those things. But what about you, man? Like, what have you been able to kind of take from it positively?
the positive.
Positive. Let's try and be positive.
What is done for me is made me do a lot of self-reflecting.
I like that.
And so approaching 40 in a couple of months, it just kind of made me rearrange some things, man. More so, I recognize that I need to be, not need, but I want to be home. Like, just, and I say that because given with the current climate of things, like, I just feel like I need to be in my son's life, not every minute of the day, but as often as possible.
Okay.
Because the way things are changing, the kids are gonna miss out on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they are.
They're missing out on a lot of stuff, man. And it's hard for these kids. Like, I know we got the jokes and they doing the virtual learning. Kids are struggling, man, with this virtual learning stuff. Yo,
And parents are struggling with this virtual learning stuff.
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. Everybody think because you at home, you chilling. No, it's hard. Because what you're asking these kids to do is sit in front of a laptop. Do not get on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do not do none of that fun stuff you like to do. Just look at this teacher and your classmates who you can't talk to or interact with.
Right.
And focus. And you're asking these kids to be more responsible than they have ever had to be before. Because a lot of parents, quiet as kept, they go to work. Every parent is not sitting at home with their child making sure that the work is getting done.
And shout out to the parents. Shout out to the
Exactly.
parents that are inappropriate as hell.
That's not the
That have
reality.
been getting dressed on lives. I saw a couple with blunts in their ears.
Well,
I saw a couple, ass naked. I appreciate the entertainment. But again, to your point, it's a reason why you didn't teach.
it's
It's
absolutely,
a reason why you didn't-
absolutely.
there's a reason why you
So
didn't sign up for
I
that.
just feel like I need to be there for certain moments.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
The negative side, man, I'm with you. It's like it shows you how filthy people are.
Horrible. They're horrible
Like,
creatures.
and I'm not even gonna go as deep as race or police brutality
because I saw
because
I,
we know
I saw
that.
some of us like just
The fact that buying up all the tissue. This is a universal thing. This ain't just white. This ain't just black. This ain't just white. Like, fam, you're gonna buy up all the tissue. They said wash your hands, social distance, wear a mask. Where did they say buy up all the tissue?
the 2-ply guys.
Like, how often are you doodling throughout the course of your week to where you feel like you just gotta buy all the tissue?
Do you know that wasn't what it was?
Bruh.
Somebody saw an opportunity because it's a deeper, darker criminal link.
It definitely is.
Somebody saw an opportunity and said, you know what? They're gonna need tissue.
They're gonna need tissue.
Because when you run out of tissue, what do you do? I'm more of a wet wipes guy myself, so I wasn't worried. I was in the baby aisle, I was ready to go. But I know some young ladies like the tissue to do what they need to do. Hey, whatever. Somebody took advantage of that and had
100% was selling tissue.
Was slanging tissue like dope.
Not for the Lolo.
Not for the low at all. So
Yeah.
it's like I got the 3-ply. Not the 2-ply, the 3-ply. That's gonna cost you about $7 a roll. I'll take cash out.
I didn't understand it.
Yeah. So
Paper towel, tissue. But now you look at it. I went to Target the other day. It's so much hand sanitizer on the shelves, but no tissue.
We don't give a shit about
At all.
actually killing germs.
No, we over that. we over that.
We
over that.
About actually killing germs. Like,
but just decent humans, just human decency, man.
Just
like
wayside, bro. Like people just was like, fuck all that. Yeah.
The lack of respect for just life and all of that, man. It's just gross, man. And I gotta raise my son out here.
You do,
but it is what it is. But we ready.
Yeah, gotta
ready,
be,
bro.
Hey,
so let me I wanna get in your business, but not get in your business.
What's up, man? Talk to me, man.
So, and the answer to this first question determines if I'm gonna go further.
Okay, let's get it. Let's go.
You single out here?
I'm single. I'm technically single.
All right. Well,
I'm technically single.
Technically?
Okay, so technically single means, I.
Now I don't want you to.
No, hear me now, because I'm gonna explain it to all my listeners and anybody else listening. We're gonna clarify. All right, so technically single basically means this: like I was married, got a divorce, recently divorced. So when you get married, single means anything but marriage. That's what it means to me. It means anything but marriage. Now the technical comes in is that dating and spending your time with, a special young lady. Like once you've been married, you don't really do the girlfriend boyfriend thing no more. I hate to tell you that. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. And the reason why is because you literally was in the end. Like you was in the thing that everybody's trying to get to. You was in the till death do us part thing. So these, we've been dating for 3 years. You just look at them and go, you single. And they're like, no, because we've been together for you still single. But no, because no. We didn't have to keep. Boo. If I gotta explain it to you again, you're single. He can leave whenever the fuck he want to. You can leave whenever the fuck you want to. Now he may have to pay some child support. Some things may have to happen. But we can walk our separate ways and do our thing. So that's what I mean by that. So
got you.
Yes, sir.
Got
so
you.
what you got for me?
So how is it being single in this particular climate, where it's seeming like it being, I guess I don't want to say
spit it out, baby. Come on.
It's just messy out here, man.
It's messy. Okay, so it's wonderful and awful, and let me go with it. All right, so it's wonderful because sex is the easiest it's ever been. It is the easiest it has ever been to get sex. Like it is literally wake up, roll over before I put a mint in my mouth or I go piss. I can send a DM and have somebody at the door stat. It's like DoorDash. It's like DoorDash. It is easy as shit. You can literally send a meme out, put it on your story, get too many laughs on it, get that extra haha, and be like, so what you on? Shit, I've been waiting on you. That's what I'm talking about. Come through.
So you laughing them out their panties?
Laughing them out their panties. Bruh, and wasn't even me. It was the meme that did it. It wasn't even my it was the meme that did it.
The meme setting them up, you just knocking them down.
Just knocking them down, sir. Like, so that is happening on these streets. Like, so sex and casual sex and the price of the is down tremendously. Like if it was a stock, it'd be in a tank. Like it is down tremendously. So that is the wonderful part from a male standpoint. Wonderful. It is awful. It is horrendously awful because you have to talk to people. And what happened is we stopped interacting, so we stopped learning how to talk to each other. We stopped interacting. So it used to be, I wanted to go talk to a girl. I had to go talk to the girl. I had to go, hey, I had to come up with a clever pickup line. Hey, how you doing? Man, your eyes are pretty. Like I had to say something to get your attention. I had to do some Biggie stuff, what your interests are, who you be with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Had to write that down. You know what I'm saying? Had to float on. Had some R&B songs in the back of my mind. You know what I'm saying? The poem from Love Jones. Like I had some shit, man. I'm trying to tell you, I was breaking it out.
And this was back when you had to actually get the number.
You had to get the number,
write it
sir.
down
You had
on
to
a piece
get
of paper.
The number.
For sure. For sure.
Get the correct number.
Yeah. Not your social media page.
Call.
Get the number.
Talk.
Mm-hmm.
Week, 2 week, 3 week. Get to know somebody. Not get to meet them. Like, all that's out the window. It's dick pics. It's 6 or 7 social media sites. It's send me a picture. You like, literally, it's to the point now to where if a person likes a certain amount of pictures and you haven't given them the go ahead, they looking at you like, oh, you lame. Like, it's crazy out here, bro. It's crazy. And literally, this one young lady told me, she said it's like the Hunger Games.
Word.
She said it's like the Hunger Games. She was like, one, you got to find men that are heterosexual, right? Women have these, you know, I'm going to generalize a little bit. I hate to. Some women have these dumbass characteristics. Like, he must be a certain height. He got to have a beard. He got, like, so then they go through their Rolodex, their like Rolodex of characteristics and see if you meet all those. And then once you meet all those, then you move to the next level type shit. So it eliminates a lot of dudes. You know what I'm saying? So literally, it's 8 of us out here just taking our pick. Like, this is 8 of us. It's just like her, because the rest of these cats are eliminated. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't tall. He wasn't tall enough, so he didn't get to make it to the next round. You know what I'm saying? Or he can't dress.
Height is important.
Yeah, or he can't dress, or he would, like, all of these things kind of go into it as well. So, but again, the awful part is you have to talk to people. People are horrible. People are not as self-aware as they used to be. So back in the day, you was talking to a grown woman. You was talking to a grown woman. She had bills. She got kids. She ain't got time for the bullshit. She ain't got time for the what's your favorite color questions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She need to know where you at, where your career path, what you trying to do. You gonna help pay some of these bills, take care of these kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, none of that.
That's old school.
That's old school.
She from the clothes burning era.
Yeah, that's old school. Now you just hit these streets, and they going for whatever you hey man, whatever you throw out, they going for, man. They with the shit. So as honest as you can be, it works. And I've said some horrendous things that I didn't think would fly, and I just want to see if they would fly. Like, I've requested things. I've been like, hey, come over with 2 balloons and a White Castle burger and a thong on, and if you're missing any of it, I'm gonna shut the door and not let you in. Like, shit work, like, and crazy shit has been working. Like, it's
now was those White Castles double cheeseburgers?
Of course they were, sir.
Bottom bun only.
Bottom bun only. Okay. Like, we doing whatever. Like, and I got this from my partner. My partner was like, on some shit, like, he was like, look, man, be ridiculous. Cause you know what they gonna do? You know what I'm saying? At this point, he was like, just be ridiculous, man. He said, and he was kind of telling me some of the ridiculous shit he was doing. But this is the game that we playing out here. It's awful. And then from a woman's perspective, which I'm a shout out my ladies out, my real women out here, man, they dealing with some clown ass niggas. Like, they dealing with niggas. They dealing with niggas who,
look,
like he ain't got a job or a future or a thought of a future, 4 baby mamas, driving your car to work. Like, all the cliches and fucking stereotypes that you can actually have, these women are dealing with it. And then when they meet somebody who ain't got this, then they looking at you crazy like, what do you mean you ain't got no kids?
Check this out. My homegirl be sending me screenshots of dudes in her DMs.
It's the most entertaining shit in the world, bro. I know it is.
I say it's hilarious and disgusting at the same time.
Man.
Yo, at one point, like, I had to apologize on behalf of men, dog. Like, she was showing me some stuff, and I'm like, yo, let me just say, hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because
it ain't supposed to be like that.
I promise you it's not.
I
promise you it's not. I had to apologize, bro, because it was just filth.
Yeah.
Like, dude, when I say no real effort, no respect,
none.
It's like
none.
What them titties doing?
Yeah.
Or they making like oral suggestions.
And like off of the pictures that you wouldn't like. It was one of my homegirls posted at a regular picture, Like it's a regular picture. Like she ain't showing nothing, ain't nothing really out. She has big ones. She got cleavage, whatever. But it wasn't even. I would say it was PG-13 at best. And the dude responded with like a paragraph of things he wanted to do to her, and I was just like, how did you even get there off of this like face self shot like, and again, so to my first point, when you dealing with all that shit and you got somebody that's just cool, that's just a regular dude, regular nigga, just he ain't on shit, he just, man, I go to work, I come home, I'm on my bed, I got my own place, got my own car, like nothing major. You meet 3 or 4 of them, you just like, oh my God, just marry me already. Like shit, I am so sick of these nothing niggas. Like, just why can't we get married yet? And then, ladies, you gotta slow down on that, because then you run them away and get out of there. Yeah.
Hey.
You know, code 10, get those chains off those doors. The enemy has arrived. Like, they get out of there because you kind of. But I get it.
But can you blame them though?
I can't.
Because it's like
I can't.
It's like finding that diamond in the rough, if you will.
Yeah.
You want to hold on to it, but what I find out is a lot of times when you come across a guy like that, they tend to sit back and wait for the "I told you so" moment.
Yes.
Like it's too good to be true. So let me sit back and you're gonna do something. I don't know what, but you're gonna do something. It could be 10 years down the line. You'd be like, I knew it. Like, you did not know that. That was 10 years ago, yo. And you wind up not living in the moment, not appreciating the moment, should I say.
Yeah.
Because you're too busy worried about what's
going to happen. You want to be what I like to call right fight. You want to be right. You want to be right, you want to be happy.
Exactly.
Because you want to be right. If you want to be right, you're going to be right every time. Because if you unlock his phone and you go through some shit, you're going to find what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, so your best bet is just to enjoy how he treats you, how y'all interact, whatever you call your relationship. Enjoy that in private, because 2 things. 1, keep your shit between you and the person that you with, because goddamn, people are not rooting for your relationship. End stop, full stop there. 2nd, you got a couple of good cats out here, because I had to turn it on. You got a couple good guys out here, and you know, they're women are a little different nowadays than what they used to be. They're a little bit more freer, they're a little bit more expressive, and some of them kind of take advantage of this social media thing too, and the attention that they get from it. And you know, when you got a good man, like an actual good man, he ain't gonna stand for that shit. Like I'm not finna let you, well, not even let you. I'm not gonna be around while you post 56, ass and titties. Selfies.
But if that's like, what, let me ask you something. If that's what, let's just say that's what attracted you to her.
Facts though. Like you got to deal with what, right? No, not
so,
the I ain't talking about the Kanye situation where Kanye got Kim K and then say cover up. No. If you dating, what I'm saying, an IG model or stripper or model, you got to deal with what comes with that.
You got to have a certain level of security.
But of course. But the flip side is you can't then attract him with that, and then your next 10 posts gonna be Bible scriptures. Like I'm not rolling. Okay, so you can't hit me with Ephesians 14:5.
Yeah. After
you just showed me like your areola.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling. You can roll, but I'm not rolling. So you can't show me. You can't show me the inside of your thong.
You can't have balance.
Then give me Psalms 23.
That ain't balance to you though.
That's out of balance.
Okay.
Like it's levels. It's levels. Because literally, that's how the post will go. Like the post will be, you'll look at somebody's story and you'll see like a nice little selfie, and then you'll see like a Bible scripture, and then you'll see a whole halfway pornographic video. And then you go, well, what just happened? And then they go, no, I'm balanced. I'm all of those things. And I'm like, at the same time?
Yeah.
Like, in a row? Like, it wasn't even 6 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, you got kids on your...
Hey, but what I'm finding out, man, what it seems like the tables are turning, because it used to be that dudes used to complain about how sensitive and emotional and dramatic women were.
Okay.
Now it seems that the dudes have become the emotional, dramatic, more sensitive ones. And I'm gonna say this.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say this
Yes.
because I've never seen so many men offended by. All right, let me go back. When WAP came out, dog, I seen like men complaining like about that song.
Yeah.
Not the politicians. I'm talking about
men.
just regular cats.
Regular dudes. Yeah.
Complaining about that song. And then Meg just dropped the new little joint she got. And I seen like cats complaining about that. And I'm like, yeah, we good on that. But check it though. Dudes like complaining about the lyrics. And I'm like, fam, we sit here, I could give you some of the most disrespectful rap lyrics coming from men.
Yeah, for sure.
But see, here's the thing: we don't possess that ability. First of all, we need to understand that they don't make music for us.
No, it's not. That wasn't your song.
That music is for women and women only.
Yeah.
Now, if it got a nice little bop to it, it may catch us. But we not reciting.
No.
We're not memorizing.
No.
We're not dancing.
No.
We just acknowledge that that's a dope song and we move on.
Right.
Dudes, we don't possess that ability to dance to songs that are misogynistic towards us. Women can hear and turn up and turn up. We get in our feelings like don't talk about us like that. So
yeah,
I just never seen like dudes complain about.
So what it is
women making moves out here.
So what it is honestly like because a lot of this is comedy styles, but honestly, I'm gonna get real for a second, and it's still gonna be funny because it's honestly the truth. Insecurity is at an all-time high.
Physics.
So with insecurity being at an all-time high, you can't fuck with a really confident chick if you're insecure.
Not one bit.
It's not gonna work.
Nope.
Because she's going to naturally be who she is, naturally shine, naturally kind of do her thing. You know,
and be unapologetic about it too.
Be unapologetic about it. And what you gotta realize, fellas, is 9.5 times out of 10 she's just talking shit. Because when you get her one-on-one, she still wants to be a woman and a lady and treated as such. Like, don't give a fuck how tough they talk or how gangster they get. If you're a man, you're gonna not force, but that natural man-woman thing is going to happen. It'll naturally happen. And what you have to be, or if you don't want to get in your feelings about this shit, is you gotta check your insecurities. Because again, WAP didn't offend me at all. It wasn't for me. It was a nice little song. Like, it was a doper song than the body. The body song is just annoying. But the lyrics don't bother me at all. The lyrics from Megan Thee Stallion do not bother me. The lyrics from Cardi B don't bother me. The lyrics from the City Girls don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people, like, they always talking about money, or they always talking about broke niggas. Ooh. But do you realize that every one of them have dudes? Like, I think one of the City Girls is dating Uzi Vert. Cardi is with Offset. Megan was with Tory.
Why you care about what they talking about though?
Because in hearing it hit dogs holler. So it's always something that's triggering to them because they've probably been taught. Because what'll happen is the regular chick will go and hear that song and apply it to her life.
Yeah.
And then she'll go out in these streets, and the first thing she want to do is when she don't like you, broke ass nigga. First thing, you broke ass nigga, and that touches a man's soul, like,
when it's facts.
It touch a man's soul when when
it's facts.
Yeah, when it just
facts.
when it hits you, it hits you.
Yeah,
it hits you. So that's hitting a lot of cats, and then a lot of it is control, bro. Like, for the longest time, hip hop was controlled by men. It was misogynistic. It had overtones of us being dominant and us being, kind of over women. Even some of Lil' Kim's lyrics and whatnot. Who is the godmother of all this shit? It still was written by men. It was written by Biggie. So now you have women that are talking their shit, that are walking in their shit, who are independent, who are business owners, who go in school, who doing their thing. and they hitting you with the, like, hey, you ain't on my level type shit, and then your only response is, well, you supposed to be submissive. Well, you supposed to be dominant. We both lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to play your role for me to play mine. You feel me? So it's a lot of dudes out here getting butt hurt over shit that ain't got nothing to do with them. I don't know what to tell you other than man up.
Man, enjoy them videos and go on about your day.
Yeah.
Like, why are you even worried about the lyric? The song is not for you.
Not for you.
The song is not for you. The video is.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Because these videos couldn't have been when I was 13. I would have been blind. Like, I wouldn't have had an eye in sight. Hairy palms, like a motherfucker. Like, I was 13. So I don't know. They just don't care anymore. They just showing it all.
It just boggles my mind. Like, they was criticizing Cardi B when she had the little mishap on her live when her titty came out.
Yeah, it looked like a pancake.
Whatever it was. Like pancakes.
Yeah, it's a titty. It's a titty.
Bruh.
It's a titty. I don't know. It's a titty.
Hey, but they was like, I don't know, man. They was making all of them. I'm like, dog, this where we at? Mm-hmm. This where we at? Where we making fun of accidental titty reveal?
Well,
like, what's better than that?
Yeah, I don't know. I appreciated Janet a lot more when
Yo, the accidentals.
Be it. Shout out to JT from City Girls. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thanks.
Yo.
Don't nobody say thank you. I'm saying thanks.
Hey, Tupac
I'm waiting on a couple of Tupac cares. If nobody else cares, you better believe it. Huh? Huh? Appreciate you.
But I don't know, man. It's just dudes is getting weird out here, man. It's just a weird time, man. I don't know if COVID making everybody, lose their mind or what, man. I just ain't never seen nothing like that. So going into 2021, this is normally around the time where we start seeing a lot of New Year resolutions. I haven't seen one. I think for me, I'm just gonna wing it. I'm not making no plans. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just gonna wing it, brother, because we don't even know how 21 gonna start off.
A, B, we done made it through, season 75 of Survivor.
Facts.
Just be happy you made it out. Like, you don't make goals after you make it out of, Hell's Kitchen. Like, you just want to make it out. Yeah, you're just like, woo.
Woo. Yeah, I'm just going.
Wow.
I'm just watch from the sideline and see how this thing go, man.
Woo. Like, if you wasn't working on your goals while you was in quarantine, let's get that out the way. It's a bunch of shit you had time to do. If you ain't do it while you had the downtime to do it, then you ain't gonna do it now. Let's just be real.
Hey, let me
when the world open back up.
Let me ask you something. How you feel about people basically forcing on you entrepreneurship? Like, I see a lot of stuff that'd be like, if you ain't started this or got you an LLC or did this or started this, then you basically wasting your time. And I get annoyed with that because that's not for everybody. Like, everybody don't want to do that. But it's like having your LLC and all of this has become, I don't want to say a fad, but it's the end thing to do. We get something and we blow it up. Mm-hmm. And so now it's like, once something become popular, if you are against it, then you're a hater. Right. Essentially. Yeah. So I just get annoyed because that's not for everybody don't want to be a entrepreneur or own their own business. And I know that might sound crazy, but everybody just not built like that. Everybody doesn't have that CEO mentality. Some people have good jobs where they're satisfied with their job. They're satisfied with the pay and the way that their life is going. So I just don't like when we go, well, if you ain't trying to do this or you ain't trying to be like this, then what is you doing?
So we live in a cap stunt culture right now. So everybody capping and everybody stunting. So the new stunt is the LLC. It's the new stunt. The new cap. Now, ask them how they file taxes. Ask them what an S corp is. Ask them how an S corp works. Ask them how they pay employees. Ask them what an EIN is. Like, ask them what really because what entrepreneurship is sucks. It's fucking hard and it's horrible. Because been there, done that. Own small business, got the t-shirt, but I also have a job. entrepreneurship is hard. It's not glamorous. It's the same thing when everybody in the hood was rapping about selling dope, and then you knew actual D-boys that was like, nigga, no, like I don't want to do this. Like I wish I could do something else.
Yeah.
I want to go to school with you. Take me with you. Like they was actually the ones that was like, nah, this shit ain't. Like I've always, fortunately, had people in my life that kept me grounded, and because we same people, same, you know what I'm saying. We've always had people in our life to kind of keep us grounded and to show us the real. And the reality of it is, you know, your father owned my father owned a small business. Like that shit was not glamorous. It's hard work. Matter of fact, it's harder work than having a job is basically doing what the fuck you're told, going home and getting a check. People like to do that, especially if it means that you spend more time with your family, or you don't have to go through the stressors of having to figure out how to feed people, because that's basically your job as a boss, and being selfless about it. Like, nah. So it's the stunt now, it's the cap culture now, it's the, oh shit, I got a business and I'm a boss. And it's like, I posted something on my social media on what Dame Dash was saying, and Dame Dash was on the money. He was like, you're not a boss if you're not selfless. Like, if you're not selfless, which means literally you pay your staff before you pay yourself. Literally, you're going to work more hours than everybody else. Like, if you ain't that, then you're not a boss to me. So all of these people just want the title of boss, or to look like a boss, or to show a bunch of money on Instagram, because that's what they think entrepreneurship is. It's the furthest thing from the truth. And the reason why they're trying to stun on you or stun on people who do have jobs, it's their ego boost. Like, it's their look at me, you ain't me type of thing. And it's like, bro, like, or sis, calm down. Like, if you're really happy, I don't care what you do if I'm happy. It doesn't matter what you do if I'm happy. And the goal is, at the end of the day, folks, is to be happy.
Absolutely.
So if you go to your 9 to 5 every day and you smiling from ear to ear because you work from this time to this time, and you get to see your son throughout the day, you get to see your wife, and you get to do the things that you want to do, and yet I'm working 16 hours a day, and you win. I don't care how much money I'm making. You win. And that's what's kind of out of balance about our society, because we on this Instagram kick and everybody's listening to like all of these entrepreneurs like Gary Vee, my guys, my dude, you know what I'm saying? Or Damon John and all these other cats that are really entrepreneurs. And it's the same thing. It's become the new selling dope. Everybody want to glamorize, and don't nobody want to tell you about the downside of it. The downside of it is you're going to have 3 businesses that fail before you have one that succeeds. Fail. Like, you suck. You failed. Like, you're going to have 3 of those before you have one that's a success. So, wait it out. All these people that's running around here with LLs, they'll be gone. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. They're going to leave. It's the same thing with podcasts. Podcasting became the chamber train. You know what I'm saying? And all these folks that don't want to put in the work, that don't want to, you know, do 600, 700 shows before that one show pops, they're going to leave. Like, you just always got to play a long game with these folks, because, again, that's why I say people are horrible, because when you see it, I be knowing some of these people, and they will literally post some shit, and I'll be like, I helped you pay your electric bill. Don't do that. Don't do that. I ain't gonna say shit, because I ain't like that. Yeah. But I just, come on, don't, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, if you ain't got a business in the LLC, you can't talk to me. Well, why don't you go talk to the electric company, because they had some words for your ass. So don't do that. Like, don't do that. Like, the stunting is unnecessary. But that's what we live. We live in that cap. Everybody capping, everybody stunting shit. Like, everybody want to be the man or the woman. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to quietly go get it. Just quietly, just live your life. Have the things that you need. You know, eat every day. Sleep how you want to sleep. You know, love your kids, love your wife. Like, don't nobody want to do that. That's boring. Everybody want to, I'm going to turn up, I'm going to stunt. And then it's like, then you go back home to your life. That sucks. And you're not happy. Like, you still losing.
Yeah. It's
you still losing.
That's just, I don't know. I had just been saying that like a lot.
Because it's it's
and
the
I'm
trend.
like, yo, that ain't everybody vibe though.
Yeah.
Everybody not on that. Like you said, man, some people good with just punching the clock.
Not even that. Like, they make it seem like, so then they'll make it seem like punching the clock is like, you working for the man for $14 an hour. Nah, I kind of make $38 an hour. Now what?
It don't matter what I make. An honest day's pay.
It's an honest day's pay all day long. But I'm saying they sometimes make it seem like you're making less than because guess who else punches? A doctor punches a clock. A doctor has a time to be there and a time not to be there. A lawyer has a time to be there and a time not to be. Now they're paid more for their time, but they're still paid for their time. Right. Y'all make it seem like, well, you getting paid for your time. Well, if I'm the chick on Instagram, B Simone, was. Yeah, I can't date no 9 to 5 dude, because he don't understand my struggle and my hustle and woo. And I'm like,
hey, she got chewed out for that too.
Yeah, because it was wildly inaccurate and since now your preference is your preference. You can date who you want to date, but why did you feel the need to speak like that to your 1 million followers when probably 900,000 of them are going to punch a cloud? Like I just didn't think that was an intelligent move to make. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to punch the clock. Like, why would you shit on them?
Yeah.
Like, because you, at the end of the day, if being an entrepreneur makes you happy, ride out. If punching the clock makes you happy, be happy.
Yeah.
and I salute you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't out here trying to harm me or mine, we good. You know what I'm saying? But find your happiness and quit with the bullshit. Because that's the thing. Motherfuckers is miserable. Like they. But motherfuckers hop on, like, wake up, just like, I'm gonna fuck up your day today. Like, watch this. Watch this.
It's literally people who find happiness in being miserable.
Yes.
And to me, that should be a sickness, because to be happy with being toxic, if you will, or cancerous, like, that takes a level of I don't even want to say petty, man. That's just a level that I can't even fathom being on. Like, to the point where seeing somebody else go through something, you get a little joy out of that.
Yeah.
Like, it's people out there like that, man. And
that root for, like,
that root for you, for the downfall.
Yeah, for you to fail.
They can't wait. The
that
fact
are
that
unhappy about your happiness, like, that are pissed off, that will interject things on things that need no interjection.
That's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, but it's common.
Yo,
it's common as shit.
And for it to be like people close to you.
Yeah.
Or people that you wouldn't even consider, like, you wouldn't even put that on, like, nah, they wouldn't dare feel like that about me, but they do.
Yeah.
They do, because we get to this thing where it's the crab in the barrel mentality,
sure.
where we want you stagnant like us.
Yeah.
So if me and you sitting around, playing PlayStation all day, that's good. But the minute you go, hey man, I'm about to try to do this, I'm like, then I want to come along and shit on it or discourage you, because I want you right here in the same area as me.
Yeah, I want you to do. I say it all the time. People want you to do well. They just don't want you to do better than them. Like, they want you to do well. Like, do well. But when you start doing, hey now, hey,
enough.
Hey,
Yeah.
with that happy couple shit,
with your
like,
success.
Yeah, with your one girl shit.
You
need to be out here trying to get these bitches with me. Be miserable.
Getting in shape, eating right.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga.
Running and shit.
Yeah.
And salad. Water.
But it's people like that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's people like that. And I'm gonna tell you, this whole COVID thing, man, has really exposed a lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of that, man. Like, I have, like, distance, no pun intended, I have distanced myself from a few people, because it showed, just this whole 2020, man, just showed you who people really are. Who people really are. Now, I'm not a politician, man. You vote how you vote, but I am a person of righteousness and love, man. I try to lead with righteousness and love, and the fact that you could vote for somebody or still support somebody when you know they've made it clear that they don't care about human safety, they don't care about a particular group of people, they don't care about a particular race of people, and you can still go, he still should run the country. I just,
Look, man.
I gotta go. I gotta go.
You can never underestimate the power of selfishness and individualism.
Mm-hmm.
And when I talk to Trump supporters, and when we have those conversations with Trump supporters, because I try and open up the dialogue, because I'm curious. I'm more curious than anything. I'm more like, all those things that you said, how? He's pissed off everybody. Everybody that they said you couldn't piss off. Disabled people, got them. Vets, got them.
Mm-hmm.
Black, white, women, Mexicans, midgets, humpbacks. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't miss a beat on pissing anybody off. Now, I talked to a Trump supporter and I said, with all of those things, you know what they tell me? But the economy. But the economy's doing well, so that means I'm doing well, so I'm going to vote for that. And again, it lets me know that we may look at things from a moral perspective and say, morally, I can't align with someone who doesn't align with me morally. There are people in this country, whites, who can separate the man from the action, and even if, and not only that, if they're on whatever team that they're on, they're gonna stay on that team. They don't give a shit. I'm Team Republican, and it's like, but they're wrong. I don't care. I'm still Team Republican, and that's the part about politics that is disgusting to me, because it's like, I don't care what team that you're on. Look at what's going on. Mm-hmm. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you know when we're kind of where we shouldn't be. Mm-hmm. And then not only that, he wasn't even keeping the promises to the people that he kept. There's no wall. There's no wall. He didn't lower your taxes. He didn't do the shit that he said he was even gonna do for y'all, and y'all still
not for the ones that was riding with him.
That was ride with him. That was Trump.
Yeah, man, he took
Trump,
care of the
2020. Yeah. He took care of the people that he knew to take care of, the rich people. He rich.
Yeah, but the people that sound like that, he ain't take care of
Trump 2020. God damn it. Trump. You know, back of my truck. Trump. They was riding, and I'm like, bro, like, if anything, if you're poor and white, you have more in common with a poor black person than you do with a rich white person. You're gonna go through more struggles with that poor black person. You're gonna go through more struggles with that poor black person than you are with that rich white person. However, you've been taught that rich white person is on your side, and I'm looking like, no, they don't like you neither. They for damn sure don't like me. Okay, all right. So I'm over here, but you then go up and you like, wait a minute, I got it. You wait here, I got it. Yeah. And you go talk to them, and then they talk to you crazy, and you like, well, what happened? You ain't one of them. Like, it's real simple in this country. But again, you got people that fall for the okie doke and kind of stick on their party lines and stick on their sides, and then man, that's a lot of people in this country that just haven't left where they are ever. So they don't even know outside of Raytown, Missouri, what's you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, they don't know what exists outside of that shit. So they're looking at their world through their lens, and they think that their lens is pure. And then you turn on the TV and you see the fuck shit that's going on TV. Well, then hell, if you look at TV, we all killing each other. We all, you know what I'm saying? Or listen to certain music and certain entertainment, depending on what you know, then we all killing each other. We all, loving hip hop, throwing shoes at each other and shit. Like, we all that, so that's why it becomes what it becomes, when not making excuses for them, but you'll be shocked at the ignorance that you see from some of these folks. Like, when you talk to them on like regular shit, like civics, like social studies. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that you had people literally saying last week, count the votes, but where we're winning, stop counting.
Yeah. That's where we are. That's where we are.
That's 2020.
That's where we are. In a nutshell.
Count the votes. And where we're winning, stop counting.
Yeah, don't count those.
Don't count those.
Those
because
we're
winning.
Yeah.
We're done. That's over.
Yeah.
Because we win.
But that's where we are, dog. Switch it up. Who you think is under the most pressure? Who's under the most pressure when it comes to sex, men or women?
Men, for sure.
Why?
Because
Explain.
Men are expected to, like, we got to perform. Like, we have to perform.
Okay.
Like, for most men, and unfortunately we did this to ourselves. We did this to ourselves. Men, I'm so disappointed in you motherfuckers. We did it to ourselves. So disappointed because we could have switched it, but we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with men, we have to perform. So what Chris Rock said is absolutely true. No man is loved unconditionally. He must provide something. So in this particular instance, you are providing.
Hey, hold up, real quick. When what's that, Tambourine?
Yeah.
When that came out, and when he said that, dog, I recorded it and reposted it, and I got so much hatred from that.
Cool.
And I'm like, yo, where is the, like, they taking it for the surface, but you got to look at what he's saying. They couldn't understand what he was saying, but that's true. And he went on in his joke to elaborate on why he's saying what he said.
I'll
break
break it down. Me, my fictitious wife at the time, and my dog are homeless. You're walking by, us homeless. You see us, and we're asking for food. But we're going to ask them three ways. I'm going to ask, then my wife's going to have the dog with her. You're going to ignore me. You're going to give the wife something depending on how she presents it. You're going to probably pet the dog and give him something to eat. And you're probably going to look at me like you ain't shit. Because any way you slice it, I'm the reason why we in that position. You don't even know what happened.
You could have prevented it.
You the reason why you got your wife and dog out here like this. Because that is what we have bred in society. We have bred in society that men are here to protect and provide. So because we are here to protect and provide, and literally if you have a man that is too sensitive, we call him out if he cries too much. But then you talk about toxic masculinity, which is he doesn't show any emotion. All he wants to do is have sex and like, it's no balance. Like, there's no telethon for us. There's no Black Boys Rock. There's no, and I'm not complaining or trying to put the flag down. I'm just telling you what it is. We don't have the avenues and the outlets to be able to express ourselves in the way that we need to be healthy in relationships, all relationships, mother, son, auntie, cousin, father, daughter. We don't have those tools to be able to be emotional and understand that. So back to the original question, why is all the pressure on us? Is because I am providing. So I have to get you to a place to where you feel comfortable with me. Because men will have sex with anything. Well, not anything, but
correct.
Not anything, but
we will.
But if it's presented to us in a way that we're for it, our comfort level is less than what a woman's has to be. A woman has to be comfortable with that man. So I have to provide you with comfort. I have to make sure that I'm attentive to you. I have to make sure that I'm paying attention to you in every way. I got to make sure that when I'm engaging you sexually, that I'm not just wham, bam, thank you, man. Because again, if I am, you're going to tell your friends. You're going to tell the homies. You're going to tell the homies, that nigga dick ain't shit.
Yeah, reputation is definitely at stake.
Yeah, your reputation at stake.
Yeah. Then,
if you do something wrong or something, if you're too aggressive, you get me too. Like, if you way too aggressive, like, you way too just like, I'm going to pull it out at dinner and see what happens. Shit. Like, zip. Like, if you're too aggressive, you're going to get me too. If you're not aggressive enough, you're not going to get the opportunity because you weren't. But so it's this delicate balance and dance that we have to play as men that nobody takes into accountability when it comes to sex. Not to say that women don't, because I think that a lot of what women have to provide is, like a lot of to do with like self-esteem and self-worth and self, because they have to feel sexy and they have to feel wanted and they have to feel desired and that has to come from within. But I gotta provide all of these things and make sure that the mood is created for you to even want to do this with me. Before you even want to do this with me, I gotta set the mood and set the stage. Then once I set the stage, I gotta perform at a certain level. Then after I perform at a certain level, I gotta treat you right after, because at any point, if I fail in any one of these categories, you got something to say. Any one of these categories.
You better talk that talk.
Yeah, hey, you just fuck me and send me in an Uber. Nigga ain't shit. Like, you know, he was alright, but he wasn't like John. Like you got to go through all of that. And some men think about it, some men don't. Like some men don't give a shit. They like, look, I fucked. I won. Like they don't care. Like, but for the ones that actually care about you and give a damn, like one of the things that is like stressful on a man's mind is like how he performs with his lady sexually and how he's able to please her. And women act like it's easy to do, but if it was easy to do, then you wouldn't have men out here. Like, not only that, y'all sometimes don't know what you want and don't want. You feel what I'm saying? Because your sexuality wasn't expressed as a young lady and as a woman. Like, men, we've been tossing off and doing our thing since 12. Like, we know, man, give me 35 seconds, I can pop. Good to go. So I know how to get me. You know what I'm saying?
I know how to get me.
How many women know how to get them like that? Like, how many women have expressed themselves? And again, that was a societal thing that made it so it's not cool for a woman to you know what I'm saying, experiment sexually. So a lot of times they learning with you what they like and don't like. So it may not have shit to do with you. It may have been like her comfort level and her not being comfortable with herself, and that made you uncomfortable. Like, it's so much that plays into it. So I say men, because I got to speak from the perspective of a man trying to please a woman, and literally there have been, instances to where the woman just literally just laid down. All right, do your thing. Cool, that was great, and got up and nigga, you sweated out. You know what I'm saying? Half of your day. Yeah. You motherfucking drinking Gatorade.
It's shot.
You got cramps. It's shot. Where your stomach cramping and your legs kind of shot a little bit because you did some digging, you done put in some work, and she like, okay, round two, and you like, motherfucker, like, I'm human. Why do I have to?
I was kind of ready to disagree, but you peeled back some layers.
I had to peel back some layers, and it wasn't just gonna keep it surface. We got it dead.
It persuaded me.
We got it dead.
You persuaded my vote.
Yeah, because I'm not saying the ladies ain't got it,
Right, absolutely.
Ain't got it tough, ain't got it rough, but goddamn, dudes just be coming in. We be coming into the situation, and we gotta, because again, in the back of our like, there are two things, ladies, that start wars. Y'all and money. Y'all and money. Women and money. Wars. All of them. Wars. So you got to think about how powerful y'all are. Now, in knowing how powerful you are, now you got to walk like it, talk like it, act like it, present yourself like it. But a lot of women forgot how powerful they were because they fucking with these these nothing ass niggas that didn't, whatever, treat them how they allowed themselves to be treated. And now they walking around here thinking that, oh, I ain't got no power. Bullshit. You don't know how to use your power.
Do you think men are purposely trying not to remind them of their power?
Hell yeah. And it's smart. On the men's side of it, or being on the men's side, it's smart. It's smart to do. Because when women are reminded of their power is when things change.
For the better.
I just say change. I ain't say good or bad. But things
so you saying it's smart on a man's behalf because things can stay the same.
So things can be in the favor. Okay, so for men, right, we are outnumbered. Let's get that out the way. So men are outnumbered. Women outnumber. Let's flat out, right. So the insecurity comes in because we're outnumbered by women. Some of us, not all, because again, I'm talking about men in general. But the secure man doesn't give a fuck anyway. A confident man doesn't care anyway. He doesn't care because he knows what he presents and provides to the world. So he like, man, I can get a woman when I want to. I can do what I want to do. I can move how I want to move. I'm secure. I'm straight. But the average man is walking around here thinking to himself, man, when do we attack women? We attack women in bars. What women do we attack? Drunk women. We attack women when women's defenses are down. We need social lubricant. We need things to, and then we use things to attack women, like money, like things that'll bring them to us. Like if you just had to meet a woman where she lived, like meet her one-on-one, no nothing. You ain't got nothing, I ain't got nothing, and I have to match wits with her. How many men do you think would be successful in it?
Not a lot.
You get what I'm saying? So that's just being real. So you have to use these other things to attack women. So if you're smart, you're trying to downplay her, because if she knows that she doesn't have to stay with a cheating man, because this is one of the things that irritates me about my homegirls when they tell me, you know, he cheated, and like they're distraught, and they go through it, and then they take him back. And he cheats again, and they're distraught, and they go through it, and then they take him back. Then they get on these social media sites and say, man, ain't shit. Well, hold on. You took back a cheating man twice. Shoe on the other foot. You cheat on him. You think he taking you back?
Nah, we ain't built like that.
Not only are we not built, we just don't go for it. Like we just don't. Ugly or not, you know, what insecure or not,
we have audacity.
Yeah, we have the audacity.
We got audacity.
We have the audacity to be like, man, you cheated.
Yeah, we got audacity.
That's it, and we'll be good with it. You know what I'm saying? You line 100 million up, and you be like, this fine chick cheated on you. What you gonna do? I'm leaving her. Pride, audacity. Women, if y'all had a little bit more of that, guess how many men would cheat? They would, like, we do what we're allowed to do. Like, we do what we're allowed to do. Some women will accept, like, all men cheat, I don't know what to tell you. So he's like, all right, all men cheat, I'm all men. Shit, I'm about to get out here.
Huh. You
know what I'm saying? As opposed to if certain things you weren't putting up with, you wouldn't have to put up with it. But I digress. I'm just a man. What do I know?
Why do you think some women put up with it?
I think that their insecurity comes in. So a woman can have any man that she wants sexually. A man has to pick you to marry.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to the long-term love, we have the advantage. Because again, a man is going to pick you to spend the rest of his life with you.
Okay.
So sometimes women think that, you know, I don't think that a bunch of men are going to pick me. You know what I'm saying? Like just a bunch of eligible bachelors are going to come along and pick me and want to spend the rest of their lives with me. So I got to deal with what the fuck Lil Larry keep doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I do love them. I do feel like forgiveness is a thing. And then they'll go through this. And again, it's insecurity. Because when you're secure in who you are, certain shit you just ain't gonna let you just not gonna let people treat you a certain way.
Facts.
You just not. Like certain shit you can't do. I can't walk up to you and just smack you. And we like, bro, I love you. You my man, 50 grand. I can't walk up to you and smack you and not expect to fight. Like we gonna fight. Like that's gonna happen because I smacked you. You get what I'm saying? And how many? And again, I'm generalizing because again, this ain't all women at all. You know what I'm saying? But there are some women out there to where they'll accept certain things and you like, boo, you don't have to. You don't have to. Like, as soon as he do it, you could be like, nah, son, I'm not going for that. And it's another dude out here now. He may not be as swaggy as the next dude, or he may not be as whatever as the next dude, but he will treat you how you want to be treated. And at the end of the day, I think that should be what you want.
So, son, check their friend zone list.
Yeah, check. Oh, man. Bruh.
There's some good dudes in their friend zone list.
Bruh, where all the good men at? In the friend zone where you left them?
Check their friend zone list.
In the friend zone where you left him. You left him in the friend zone. It's like my brother. He's like my brother. And your brother wanted to fuck. And you left him in the friend zone. And then somebody came along and saw him and said, wait a minute, you just sitting in the friend zone waiting on her ass? Come here. Come on.
But they want more than that, though.
Yeah.
They want more than just penis.
Yes.
Like, they out here looking to settle down.
Yeah. But again, sometimes you ain't looking to settle down till you done been ran through a little bit. Like, ran through a little bit. Yee. We gonna talk about, I'm gonna tell you what God love. Ooh. So you may not want to settle down till, you know, 6th kid, it's time to I think I should be a husband. Hey, the husbands was that kid too.
Yo,
You missed that exit.
Listen,
Now
man.
you gotta settle for.
Listen.
You gotta settle for a sugar daddy. You gotta settle for a nigga. This is gonna give you a couple dollars on Thursday.
Mr. Melvin.
Mr. Melvin.
Listen, man.
With the Astro van in the back. Hey.
Yo. I think a lot of times, man, they stick around because, like, when you've been together for a while. I'm not talking about no
fresh
out the box,
actual
like
relationship.
an actual.
Yeah.
It's that first starting over.
Yeah.
Because age may be a factor. You may be
Absolutely
like in
is
your
a
late 40s, or who wants to. They could front all they want. Nobody wants to be alone in their elder years.
No.
So I think the first starting over, man, then that getting up out your comfort zone, that stability, it's just a lot of things that come into the equation, man. But I agree with you. We do, as cold as it sounds, we do what they allow.
Yeah.
Now, should we be doing it? Absolutely not.
No, we should be better than
Absolutely.
that. We should be better.
Absolutely.
Men, we should be better.
Do better.
Do better.
Be better.
Be better. But I mean,
it is what it is.
I mean,
Yo, man.
I mean, if she accepted the outside babies, I mean,
Yo,
move them in.
Yo,
give them a room.
Your ran through comment took me out a little bit.
Why?
Because
it's the truth.
Because it's so true, though.
It's the truth.
It's
cats be in love with their college sweethearts or be in love with their junior high school sweethearts, and then they'll see them again, and they five up. They five up.
Fab Five?
Fab Five. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Junie 2, Juju 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we keep going.
Yeah.
And then you meet them, and you still looking at her like, man, she's bad as shit in high school, bro. Like, I'm trying. Then you tell the partners, remember such and such? Yeah, I got her. Da, 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 da. But she, bruh, it ain't the same. This is the B version. This ain't the 18.
Hey, can men be ran through?
Like a motherfucker.
All right, because there's some dudes
that's ran through. But here's the thing with women. Here's the thing with women that I don't get. You'll see him, and he will give you all the ran throughness vibes.
Yeah.
We'll give you all of them. We'll give you all the ran throughness vibes, and you will still look at him like, but he used to be cute, and woo, but he got 7 baby mamas. 15
So I was just about to ask you,
like,
what is the definition of a man being ran through?
Man, if you on baby mama 3 and you 5 kids and up, man, get that thing cut, man. What we doing?
Snippet?
Get that thing cut, bro. What we doing?
Yeah, because right now you just...
What we doing? You ain't an NBA player. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
You are reckless.
What are you doing? You are not a rapper. What are you doing?
Okay.
It's 3 things that are rich man sport. Cheating is a rich man sport. Multiple kids is a rich man sport. Multiple women is a rich man sport. Them rich men sports. And I mean what I said. They rich man sports. And what do I mean by that? Is that a rich man can afford to. Because I can take care of all those kids. I can take care of that woman's needs financially. We can make certain agreements to say that I'm just going to do this. You just going to do that. Woo, 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 woo. The broke nigga audacity is a motherfucker because they'll be out here living the rich man's dream. Like, what are you doing, sir?
Hey, we got the audacity.
I done been in some courtrooms and watched that gavel slam and watched them say them child support numbers. I cried. I screamed. I said, he ain't killed nobody. Shit. What? $1,800 a month. Ow. Rest of your life.
And that ain't even... That's...
Ow. Boom. $1,800. Boom. As soon as your check hit.
So
let me get all that.
I don't have to go through that.
Let me get all that. Let me get that, sir.
Yeah.
Let me get that. Then you trying to run and hide, and there's 2 people that you can't run and hide from: student loans and child support. Them niggas will find you.
They undefeated out here.
Man.
They undefeated out here.
Them in the internet. So you got to go through that shit. So then you got ran through. I mean, you got ran through dudes. You got ran through females. They out here not finding each other. No. They finding your good ass. they finding your put together ass. Like finding your good job having ass. So, and they putting them heebie-jeebies on you.
So, dudes that's out here ran through. Mm-hmm. You said is a cat who got like a gang of kids by different women. Gang of kids by different women. What else? Because I'm gonna ask you.
Irresponsible with it, because that's the biggest key, right? So I'm not saying that you could have had a bunch of relationships and they just didn't work. Cool, fine. What is your maturity and responsibility level? Like, are you realizing that these kids need a father and that you need to provide that to all of these kids and all of these mamas and get along with them and not provide more than just child support and be there for them and emotionally support them and actually do your job as a man and as a father? Or are you just like the type of cat that's like, yeah, man, I got 7 of them. And it just stops there. Like, no, I got 7. Yeah, I got 7 kids. Yeah. 4 baby mamas. Yeah.
I can't.
Like, and it just stops there. Like, there's no other conversation about it. It's like, nah, and Jimmy's does football, and Marie does gymnastics, and it's just they here, they living, they breathing because of me, and I do what I can when I can.
Yeah.
Never. That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Not, I got 4 jobs and nigga, I sleep on a futon because I'm trying to take care of my kids. Cause it's like that nigga doesn't even see the need for that, which is wild to me. That's wild as hell to me. Like, it's wild as hell to me that you got kids, and not only are you not providing for them, but you're not killing it trying to provide for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're not killing it. Like, you're not out here like it's cats out here that will look when you say get another job is for another nigga. Like, it's like no, bro. You went out and had 4 or 5 kids. Like, they need that type of support. Like, your kid need braces. Like, you adult decisions, you require adult responsibility and adult, you know what I'm saying, sacrifices. So yeah, so there's some dudes out here who, had kids and keep having kids and got the 3 and 4 sets of kids. And some, back in the day, used to have 2 families. I ain't know, you know what I'm saying, we are put our family business out there, but grandfather had 2 families. It was 2 sets.
Everybody grandfather had 2 families.
It was 2 sets of mix.
Everybody,
mix on the east side. I ain't know that.
But he used to come through Sunday with them donuts.
He did like a mother.
But everybody.
But he provided, so I can't say nothing. But back in the day, that was a thing. You used to have 2 families. You used to have like one, Miss Carol's kids, and then you had like whoever your mama kids. But nowadays, it ain't even 2 families. It's like 2 sets of kids. Like, I got a kid 3, 6, and 9, and then I got one 19, 26, and you know what I'm saying? You're like, God damn, you just went around and just spreaded your seed with no reckless abandon. Like, you ain't wanna. You just out here, creating them.
Yeah, one at a time. You hear me?
Just creating them. You know what I'm saying? Unless you Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
I need you to sit the fuck down somewhere, like, for real, because kids cost.
Bruh.
Kids cost.
I don't understand how cats just out here just reckless with it and just dumping.
Yeah, just
dumping.
Got her. And then moves on.
Them price tags, brother, was steep.
Like a motherfucker.
Yo, I'm hungry.
All right.
So we're gonna. That's how I ended, bro.
I'm hungry.
Yo, definitely gonna come back.
Definitely gotta do this again. Let me know.
I enjoyed this, cuzzo. We need more of this. We need more of this. I need to holler at you about something off when we're done here anyway. About something. But yo, that's it, man. Until then, till next time, y'all take it easy and have unprotected sex.